In this video, I will showcase the specific traits of the Gamma Quadra, their disconnect with the father figure, and the consequences that arise from it. While every MBTI type and individual can have a certain disconnection with the father figure, the specifics discussed in this video are mostly closely associated with the Gamma Quadra. The way a person perceives and responds to the role of the father figure in their life can significantly shape various aspects such as their perception and attraction to other cultures. The connection between the attraction to identities of other cultures and the father figure lies in the complex interaction of psychological needs for identity, security, autonomy, and leadership. This can be explained through several psychological and sociological aspects. One reason why people are attracted to identities of other cultures may be their search for identity. In this quest, culture can become a way to explore or shape one's own identity, especially if the person is dissatisfied with their current identity or feels that something is missing. The father figure can play a role in this dynamic, especially if the father is dominant, strict, or has set clear expectations about who the child should be. In this context, escape into another cultural identity can be a form of autonomy and a rebellion against parental authority, particularly the father. The father is often seen as a figure of security, authority, and leadership. In situations where a person feels a lack of these elements in their life, they may be drawn to other cultures that they perceive as strong, stable, or guided by clear principles. These cultures can feel emotional or psychological voids left by the father, whether due to his absence, emotional distance, or inability to provide the necessary support. The father figure can be idealized, and this process can be transferred to other cultures. If a person has unmet needs or unfulfilled expectations from the father, they may project these qualities onto another culture, idealizing it in the way they wish to see their father. For example, a culture may be seen as a source of wisdom, strength, or spirituality, qualities that the person may not have found in their father. If the father sets strict rules about how one should behave, what is allowed and what is specifically our culture, fascination with other cultures can be a way to break those rules and explore the forbidden. This is especially the case in families where the father is a strict guardian of traditional values.
I have a hodgepodge philosophy which really is very minimal.
Do you believe in God?
What?
Do you believe in God?
I believe in an energy form, but I wouldn't like to put a name to it.
Do you indulge in any form of worship?
Life. I love life very much indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest singers in the world, Monsieur Chevamani.
يا ليلي يا ليلي يا
In these four types, ENTJ, INTJ, ISFP, and ESFP, you may often find some sense of superiority. If a person idealizes another culture and internalizes a certain aspect of that culture as a part of their identity, they may develop a sense of superiority over those who do not share their new identity or who do not understand or appreciate the culture in the same way. This sense of superiority can also translate into behavior towards service workers, for example, especially if the person perceives them as a lower on the social or cultural hierarchy. If they believe their identity deserves recognition or admiration, they may become frustrated or arrogant when others do not treat them with special respect or when they do not receive the service they deem appropriate for their status. When there is unresolved conflict or frustration regarding their core identity, a person may project these emotions onto people in their environment. Service workers, for example, are often targets of these projections because they are in a position where they must be polite and helpful, which can be perceived as weakness or an opportunity to express frustrations. A strict, emotionally distant father can create a sense of loss of control in the child. In adulthood, the person may develop a need to control others to compensate for that feeling of helplessness. Arrogant behavior towards service workers can be a way for the person to experience a sense of power and superiority which was lacking in their childhood. This behavior pattern is often an unconscious attempt to re-establish a sense of control that was not possible in the relationship with the father. Also, if the father was strict and demanding, the child may internalize this behavior pattern and later reproduce it in other relationships. In this case, arrogance towards service workers may be a continuation of this learned pattern where the person unconsciously copies the father's behavior, assuming a position of power in relation to others.
Bring me some hot water.
Hot water?
Really hot
Okay.
water, because this is dirty silverware.
Jeremy's demands may sound bizarre, but these are all things waiters and waitresses have told us that customers have actually said to them.
Do you want
Could you
new
put
silverware
this-
instead?
No, just and put that on your hands, because I know how dirty you people.
You want me to put this on
No,
my
no,
hands?
I'll be there.
Jeremy's on the receiving end of lots of shocked stares. One nearby couple is so annoyed they complain to the manager and ask to be moved.
You have any fresh berries?
I could check in the back for you.
You can check in the back. You don't know?
I'm not sure, sir. I'm sorry. I could check in the back, though, as soon as possible.
This is unbelievable. Okay, go, 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 go.
Are you guys all set over here?
Undeterred, Ashley checks on other diners who offer her words of encouragement and advice.
Okay. I'm sorry about... Yeah, I'm okay. Customer's always right, so... No? I might have to get my manager to take care of him.
And when Jeremy finally leaves, the other customers seem to celebrate his departure. Still, no one confronts him directly.
In some of my previous videos, I was talking about tendency towards disrupting others' marriages or pursuing taking partners in Gamma Quadra. And this tendency is often linked to deeply rooted emotional patterns stemming from the relationship with the father and patriarchal values. This act can be an unconscious form of revenge for feeling emotionally deprived or unloved, where the person now takes control and becomes the one who takes instead of the one who was left behind. Gamma Quadra's natural partners in typology are SFJs and NTPs, as these are often people who yearn for a strong father figure and authority in some way, and often carry the trait of loyalty. Although Gamma Quadra individuals may be attracted to the challenges and intensity of pursuing taking partners, for example, deep down they often long for the stability and security that loyalty provides. Loyal people represent precisely what they may lack in life: consistency, reliability, and commitment. These are qualities that they associate with emotional security, which they may not have received from an emotional unavailable father. Contrary to the emotionally unavailable father, Gamma Quadra tend to idealize the mother figure. Many people who idolize the mother see her as a symbol of unconditional love, acceptance, and emotional security. If they experience the mother as a stable and caring figure in childhood, in contrast to a distant or strict father they may seek to find these qualities in other people. This idealization of the mother can be a way for them to feel connected to a source of love and security from their childhood, even if they behave in ways that contradict those values. Gamma Quadra people who engage in a destructive behavior often feel an internal conflict between their desires and values. Although they are attracted to intensity and challenges in life, they still long for the loyalty and stability that they may feel they do not deserve or cannot achieve because of their actions. The idealization of loyalty and the mother figure may be a way to compensate for this internal conflict, emphasizing values that they consciously or unconsciously feel they have lost or could not achieve.
And, I sat down and I said, Doc, for years I've been getting in my car and I drive back to my town and I pass my houses late at night and, what am I doing? And he said, I want you to tell me what you think you're doing. So I said, well, that's what I'm paying you for, So he says, well, what you're doing, he says, is something bad happened. And you're going back, thinking that you can make it right again. Something went wrong, and you keep going back to see if you can fix it or somehow make it right. And I sat there and I said, that is what I'm doing. And he said, well, you can't.